You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Please share us with your friends.
The money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Well, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. Oh, people got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rent. Well, it's time for hemp. History, hemp has been used, no mystery. Hemp was legal to pay your taxes for more than a century. Check your faxes. The founding fathers make sense to me. It's time to grow hemp legally. Think of all its uses. It's money that's well spent. Right now, no excuses. Time for hemp. Sustainable green industry that's our intent. A better place this world will be. It's time for hemp. Fuel and food and clothes and soap, house and cars, yeah, condo joke. Henry Ford built a car out of hemp. It's time for us to do it again. People being blown with balance farming as it's meant. Right now, it's time for hemp. Is a true necessity for the wealth and protection of this country. Thomas Jefferson spoke those words. He knew the value of these herds. It's time to lift a hemp ban. It's time to make a strong stand. Yes, we can. I know we can. We can. We can make a difference. Yes, we can. Just like birds of a feather, we can work together and lift the hemp ban.
Yes, it is. It is time for hemp. I am your host, Casper Leitch. I want to thank you for tuning in to the big broadcast today. As always, we have an exciting show. At least I think it's exciting. One of the things that makes it exciting is the music that we play. And of course, the music is all focused on how remarkable hemp, medical cannabis is, and how important it is to end the prohibition on this amazing plant. And today we're going to be having a guest and a couple of joint hosts. And don't forget, anytime you hear the word joint on the big broadcast, we ask that you pack your pipes, your bongs, your vaporizers, and take time for hemp. I'm going to be joined on the broadcast today by two people who are normally on my television show that we do, our video podcast. On that, we three of us do a show, Al Byrne, Al Graham, and myself. They are the joint host on the broadcast, and together we have a joint chat with some of our joint friends, and that is also the case today. We're going to be having a joint conversation with Justin James Bridges, also known as Mad Dabber 710 today. And then later in the broadcast, we're going to be talking about 3-Eye Atlas. That seems to be a prominent topic in the news. And I came across some interesting information about 3-Eye Atlas that was sent to me by one of the listeners at Time for Hemp. And after I reviewed it, I found it to be so compelling that I decided to make it a point to share it with my audience. But before we do anything here at Time for Hemp, we're going to do what we like to do best, and that is to put a spotlight on the amazing music that is found in the cannabis movement. We're going to kick off this segment with two groovy tunes. The first song is by the Illusions of Music. It is called It Makes Me Want to Smoke. And then we're going to follow that with a fantastic song called Mary Mary that was written by today's guest and is, of course, performed by today's guest, Mad Dabber 710, here at Time for Hemp.
Well, you know you make me wanna twist a J up and pick my bong up and roll some blunts up and grab my glass pipe and come on now. Don't forget you need to pass. Don't forget to pass a J. Pass it left to a friend. Come on. Take a hit, never quit. Smoke. Say that you love her. Smoke. Say that you need her. Smoke. Say that you want her. You wanna smoke her. You're hit now. You're hit now. You're hit now. Say I still remember when we smoked your first herbal J. It was Jamaican smoke and it blew us both away. Now that we've grown up, we have learned how to grow big cannabis plants that we harvest. And so I want us to grow. I said I want us to grow right now, yeah. Cannabis is good for us, baby. Better than anything else. Hey, hey. And anytime I grow it, I won't grow with nobody else. Hey, hey. I said I want us to grow. I said I want us to grow right now. Hey, hey, you know you make me wanna smoke. Hey, yeah, yeah. All right. Come on now. Come on now.
I know this pretty little girl. She drives all the boys wild. Even better than that, she leaves with a smile. And now a woman like that, she can please all she needs. Yeah, she'll even make time for you and for me. So come on. You wanna meet her? Her name?
They call her Mary Jane. That pretty little woman's got a hold of me. She'll ease your mind and soothe your pain. I'm talking about Mary, Jane, yeah. Mary, come with me.
She make paper, she make clothes, and she can even heal the sick. Yeah, she get you high as a kite, 'cause she's one bad bitch. Yeah, best guys live here. Her name,
They call her Mary Jane. That pretty little woman's got a hold of me. She'll ease your mind and soothe your pain. I'm talking about Mary, Mary, Mary Jane. Come on.
everybody wants a piece. Don't act like you don't. Her name? Well, I'm gonna tell you one more.
They call her Mary Jane. That pretty little woman's got a hold of me. She'll ease your mind and soothe your pain. I'm talking about Mary Jane.
It's time for Hemp, and I want to thank you for tuning in. My joint host, Al Graham from Canada, who's also involved with Pace, a radio network up there. Hi, Al Graham. How you doing?
Doing good, Casper, and yourself?
Fine, thank you. And we've also got on the program today another joint host, Al Byrne. Say hello, Al Byrne.
How you doing, everybody?
Our guest I had a chance to meet back, I think it was like 2012, 2011. And he's had quite a remarkable journey that I think everybody needs to be aware of. Justin James Bridges, also known as Mad Dabber 710. Thank you for being part of our big broadcast, Justin.
How y'all doing, everybody?
Groovy. And
Justin, good, Justin. Good to meet you.
Let's kick off the program. Let our audience know how it was you got involved in the cannabis hemp movement.
Yeah, so I'm from Texas. I'm an activist. I'm a professional musician. And in 2011, I went on tour in January 2011 from Houston, Texas, up and across Route 66 over to California, and then up north to Portland, Oregon. And I was staying with some friends up there and getting into the industry and helping them grow with medical cannabis patients and everything like that, being a caregiver and being a medical cannabis patient myself. And was introduced to everybody from Hempstalk, to P. Steve originally, and then to Paul Stanford, and then to you, Casper, at Hempstalk. And
can I ask what you say you're a patient? We'd like to start with that. Can I ask, is it all right if you tell us what you were using cannabis for?
Yeah, so I was using cannabis for chronic pain. I had some sports injuries and things like that, and arthritis, knee injuries, and back injuries. But then after recovering, towards the end of 2011, I was going through my recovery using cannabis instead of opioids for my back. I had some fractures in my back, and but those had mostly healed over. I was doing pretty good, and went to Occupy Portland after playing at Portland Hempstalk September 11th, 2011. And then October 6th, I went to Occupy Portland for the march. And at the end of the march, saw that there was a bunch of deaf people asking what was going on. And I used to be an interpreter for the deaf. So I started interpreting and stayed the whole time at Occupy Portland as the interpreter. I was doing sign language for them and was attacked by the police on November 13th, 2011. Left me in a wheelchair for over 3 years. And so my first time to play Portland Hempstalk, I walked onto the stage and performed. My second and third and fourth time to play at Portland Hempstalk, I was wheeled up onto the stage on a ramp in my wheelchair and performed from a wheelchair. So.
What injuries did you suffer from the beating?
So I was
words really.
Yeah, I was pinned against the trash can, concrete trash can, and my back popped and my legs gave out. And then after being told I couldn't feel my legs, they grabbed me by the ankles and dragged me back into the park and slammed me down in front of a bunch of protesters and started stomping on me and hitting me with batons. I had nerve damage in my right leg. I couldn't move my right arm for 6 months. It was it was crazy. They hit me so hard with their batons they split my leather jacket.
People burned down Portland just a couple of years ago, but they beat the shit out of a cannabis user. Makes no sense. No. Yeah, again, I want to just say that, because to the audience, I'm sure whatever was going on with the cannabis people that you were talking to and representing, there was no violence involved, was there?
Yeah, we were a peaceful movement at Occupy Portland. The violence you saw at Occupy was from the police.
Justin, I also know that during the time that you were rolling around in your wheelchair, you remained a steadfast cannabis hemp activist. I mean,
Yes, sir.
You got up and went to all the marches and rolled around in the marches, and you got up and went to all the festivals, and you
Absolutely.
did not stop. Isn't that right?
Nope. That's right. I also founded the Cannabis Common Sense Tour in 2014 alongside of Larry Kirk, LK. And we went across the country spreading education and awareness about cannabis and hemp. And 25% of the money we raised went to the commissary accounts of POWs of the drug war.
And Larry Kirk was quite an amazing activist. I had the privilege of knowing him, and his sense of humor was just over the top. And he was a hardworking activist who also made it possible for Oregon and state of Washington to have medical cannabis and eventually recreational use.
Exactly.
So he was quite an amazing man.
Behind the scenes on so many things. And, I'm honored to be able to say that he was my mentor. It was incredible being able to work alongside of him, and learning so much from him. My guitar, I have a custom guitar made by Jim Hyatt that was given to me because Larry introduced me to Jim, and we went and performed while I was in the wheelchair. And I performed in San Francisco at a street party on Clayton Street right off of Haight-Ashbury, and played a little street party there. And afterwards, Jim was like, I'm going to make you a guitar. Custom built me a guitar made out of a 120-year-old oak piano with my signature inlaid in the fretboard. And Larry went down to San Francisco and he brought it up and delivered it to me.
Very nice. How is your health now, Justin? Are you in pain still? And
I still deal with chronic pain, but I mean, I can stand up and move around.
You can do more than I can do.
I was dancing on stage. I'm able to play music, and I'm able to jump around on stage again. And it's an honor. And now my daughter is playing with me as well and performing alongside of me for some of the things that we're doing. So, cool. It's fun to be able to dance around and jump around on stage again.
Well, and I can tell you, Al, I had a chance to watch his daughter in concert, and I'm going to tell you something straight up. She's only like 8 years old.
She plays I bet you she plays the harmonica.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's who she was. Okay. I watched your video on your website.
I can tell you, when she starts to play harmonica, Justin goes from being frontline star to backup band member. And he doesn't give her the spotlight. He doesn't give her the lead. She just walks up and takes it.
All right.
And she's
amazing. She is amazing. Now, But many members of my audience might not know, but I am sometimes a bit of a pisshead. And because of that, there was times when people would watch Justin and I interact with one another, and they wanted to kick my butt because of the horrible things I was saying to him, but it was to make him laugh, and Justin understood it. I mean, it's because of me you learned how to play guitar again, right?
I used to love that. They used to crack me up to watch everybody else's reactions. So Casper would joke because he saw me play guitar before I got put in the wheelchair and saw how good I was and saw how my hand worked and everything. And then when I couldn't move my right arm for 6 months, the first thing that came back was, even though I couldn't feel my arm, my thumb started to twitch. And so I taped my arm and would strap my arm to my guitar to where my thumb could twitch over the strings and my fret hand still worked. So I was just kind of trying to get my thumb, and that's how I started to rehab my hand. And so as my hand was coming back and I was playing more and more, Casper used to joke around and say, "Did you learn how to play the guitar yet?"
And I'd encourage you to go ahead.
I thought it was hilarious, so it made me laugh every time, and I was like, still working on it.
Well, it's good to be able to laugh about things like that, an injury or something, because they are traumatic, and to be able to have some fun with it is, how long have you been playing guitar? Like, if your daughter started playing harmonica probably at like 5, if she says,
"Oh no, she literally took her first steps playing harmonica." Like, literally took her first steps playing harmonica. Wow. It blew my mind. She went from crawling to standing and walking towards me playing harmonica, and I was like, "What? You just skipped all those steps?" Yeah, but
didn't Texas also do something with their laws, especially for you, Mad Dabber 710?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So, yeah, definitely. So, I was, after being attacked by the police and everything, I was in the medical program in Oregon, and was using cannabis and no pharmaceuticals whatsoever, just cannabis and massage therapy and holistic methods of healing. And while going through that, I'm from Texas, so I was home visiting, and we were driving from my parents' house to go see some other friend's house. And we got pulled over because we were driving an old Volvo that had had Oregon plates, and we were in Texas. And they pulled us over claiming that my license plate light was out. On the video that the judge showed, the license plate light is clearly on. So, but they allowed it, and they searched my car without my permission, and went through, and they found my medicine. And in their mind, it was probably the most medicine they've ever seen in their life. It was probably the most cannabis they'd ever seen, and for us, it's just under the legal limit in Oregon. I had my medicine for my personal use, but in Oregon at the time, we could have 1.5 pounds of useful material for our medical card. And so they searched my car, they arrested me. I went to jail, got bailed out, thought I had a lawyer going to court for me while I was on tour. Find out we were in a car accident coming home from tour in East Texas, and then found out that my lawyer had not showed up to court for me, and I had a warrant out for my arrest.
Oh.
And so they arrested me from the hospital.
Oh.
And took me to jail, and I spent almost.
You're in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just like literally I was getting checked on. I had bruising and everything like that, but I'm a medical cannabis patient, and so they stuck me in jail. I didn't have my medicine, so my spasms started coming back. From my experience from the Portland Police Bureau. So I started having a bunch of spasms again, and so they put me through. They instead of putting me in an infirmary, they stuck me into max security. So I was in max security for a couple of days, and then they moved me back into the infirmary, and then I got transferred, and then I got put back into max security. Got transferred from there back to where the original charge was, and was in isolation for 14 days.
What was the charge that you had to go through? All that?
Failure to possession and failure to appear. I was at one point in time, they had me back to security, between a rapist and a murderer, and my bail was the highest by far. There's $20,000, $40,000, and mine was $100,000 cash bail. So that means it was $1 million bond. But so I was having all these spasms. I was having like 50 spasms a day without my medicine. And then my blood pressure spiked one day, and it was from the pain and the spasms, and it was 191 over 141. And so at that point, they sent me to the hospital or the doctor's office in the town. And the doctor was like, you're very clearly needing your medical cannabis. And if you're okay with it, I shouldn't do this, but I will tell a friend of mine that's a lawyer about what's going on. And so he did. And it turned out that there was a weird family connection. One of his best friends was one of my dad's best friends. So he ended up giving us a discount on the retainer, and then we took it to court. He got me out of jail. And then we changed the probation order in Texas and made it to where if you're a medical cannabis patient now in Texas, you can still consume while on probation. And they extended that to parole as well. So the probation order used to read, you're prohibited from consuming alcohol, marijuana, or illicit drugs. And now it says you're prohibited from using alcohol, illicit drugs, or marijuana. And then in parentheses, it says, unless prescribed by the doctor in the state which you reside.
Good.
And so that happened because I had my medical card in Oregon, and then I transferred my medical card to New York and actually served my probation in New York, where, fun fact, New York made it illegal to collect probation fees. So then Texas had to pay all my probation fees back to me. And then they were paying for my supervision while I was in New York because it's illegal to pay for them to charge me probation fees. So for couple years, Texas just spent a bunch of money on me to pee dirty in a cup every month.
I want to go back to the bust. It's important for the audience to know that if you get stopped for any reason at all, if the officer says to you, get out, get out. If he says, turn over here, turn over there. But if he says, I want permission to search your car.
No.
No, sir. I'm sorry. That won't be granted by me. Then they shouldn't. The law says if they don't have permission, they can't. That doesn't stop a cop. He'll say,
doesn't mean they won't.
He'll say anything if they're the judge. But nevertheless, you say no, you're in a good spot. You say yes, you're screwed. Just keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And lots of times, whatever the charges are after that stop, if it's a bad stop, you said no, and they got in there and found a couple of pipes or a bowl or something, the judge will throw it away. You didn't get permission for that search. It's not a legal search. They don't have a warrant. And that's another thing. Unless they arrest you, you do what they tell you. But after you've identified yourself, your name, where you live, you have to be truthful now. No fooling around. But you tell them the truth. They got your license. They got your registration. They're going to check on your ass in a computer, and it won't take that long. But once they do that, they don't have but two choices. Say goodbye, or you're under arrest. So if they don't arrest you, or they say something to you like, well, you got to sit here until the drug dog shows up. No, you don't. You say, officer, I'm sorry, I don't. Am I under arrest? Right. You're not under arrest, Al, but you got to stay here. So have a nice day. I'm leaving. And you leave. That's my advice for today, and I'm not a lawyer.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it's right.
I love the disclaimer.
Yeah. I got pulled over.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. A lawyer told me, basically the same advice that Al did.
Well, I know you have a busy day today. You're off to the studio to record some more tunes. And speaking of that, that is something about you we haven't addressed yet here in this interview. I know there's a lot of people out there who would be interested in finding out a little bit more about what you're up to in the near future.
Yeah, so on the hip hop side of things, with Matt Dabber 710, I've got a lot of things coming out, a bunch of different styles of music that I do. We have a lot of fun things coming, a lot of new music going to be on the way. And and I've also been playing.
You work with some amazing people.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I've been playing with Maruga Cosmic Boogie and Booker and Bridges Delight out of Michigan. I am Bridges from Booker and Bridges Delight. Maruga played with was Hooker and Booker with John Lee Hooker in the 60s. He played with Jerry Garcia, Bob Dylan, Tim Hardin at the original Woodstock. The list goes on and on. P-Funk All-Star. He's a lifetime P-Funk All-Star. Played with Weather Report. Played with Jimmy Jean. The list is incredible. Look up Maruga Booker, Muruga Booker.
And you got a female vocalist from the 60s, too, that people might recognize.
That's right. Shakti Moss singing on there. We got Martha Reeves on there. Martha Reeves from Martha Reeves and the Vandellas is on our new album, Boogie With You to Keep the Earth Afloat. And yes, sir. And you can check that video out as well. It's I believe the video is on YouTube right now. But yeah, we also have on that album Dennis Coffey. It was the last album he recorded before he retired, the guitar player for the Temptations. And yeah, it's an amazing album. Ping Spells, who sang with Stevie Wonder. And we have Shirley Hayden from Parlette and Brides of Funkenstein and the Talking Heads. David Winans II from the Winans Gospel family. It's an amazing lineup of artists and musicians, and it's an honor to be working with all of them. And with Booker and Bridges Delight, we also had Tony Strat Thomas before he passed away. He recorded with us. Amico from Cyndi Lauper and Major Lazer and Marcus Mumford playing keys with us. Yeah, had a great time.
Dude,
it was a lot of fun.
You are pretty fly for a high guy.
Yeah.
Trying to educate and activate.
That's
Make
right.
some music and have some fun.
All right. Well, then, Justin James Bridges, also known as Mad Dabber 710, let people know about the little radio station that you work with.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I am the vice president for 104.1 KZSM here in San Marcos, Texas, on 104.1 KZSM and KZSM.org.
And if you ask me, not only is it the best little radio station in Texas, it's the best little radio station in the nation. And it allows us to play such fantastic music about the wonders of cannabis. And I want to thank Justin and all the amazing people here at the radio station who have been kind enough to let us raise the voice of the movement and let everybody know how important it is to take time for hemp.
It's a real deal. Here comes the wind, it's blowing our way. Hemp in the air, it's a brand new day. Up we climb, keeps weaving a world full of hope. Hemp pilots rise and soar, a brighter future knocking at our door. Wrap the world in threads of gold. Hemp's a story waiting to be told. One minute to midnight, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to say goodbye before we say hello.
Let's start the new year right at 12 o'clock on New Year's night. That's when we'll spark a light and begin a cannabis flight. Smoking the old year out, toking the new year in, letting frustrations out, getting another token. Let's watch the old year die with a smoky goodbye.
It's on your body
as we enjoy our cannabis high, watching time fly by. Smoking the old year out, toking the new year in, letting frustrations out, getting another token. Let's smoke the time away in a pipe or twist a J. Either one is quite okay. Let's just toke away the day. Frustrations out, getting another token. Smoking the old year out, toking the new year in, letting frustrations out, getting another token.
Hello, I am Casper Leitch, host of Time for Hemp, and a member of my audience sent me this information, and I thought it was interesting enough that I would share it with you. It's about 3i Atlas and the events of October 30th that everybody is so anticipating. And don't forget, there is a 5-planet alignment, I believe, that's happening right now, as well as there's 7 comets in the sky. Well, with that said, did you know that on October 30th, 2025, 6.2 billion people are going to experience a cosmic consciousness shift simultaneously? Yep. Let's begin with some foundation to this avenue of thinking. First, all humans have what is known as the Earth's heartbeat. That's something science calls the Schumann resonance of 7.83 hertz. That's the frequency that the Earth vibrates at. When you are in a deep meditative state, your brain literally syncs with 7.83 hertz. We are all literally synced to the Earth's frequencies, but on October 30th, something unprecedented is about to happen. 3 massive events are converging. Number 1, the sun will be at its solar maximum and the most active it's been in 20 years. Solar flares, magnetic pole reversals, the works. Number 2, an interstellar object called 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to the sun that exact same day. We're talking about a city-sized object from a completely different star system. And number 3, the Earth's magnetic field is at its absolute weakest point in the cycle. When these 3 things hit all at once, the Earth's frequency of 7.83 hertz could be amplified 10 times or more. So instead of 7.83 hertz, you're looking at 78 hertz hitting your brain. Your brain will have no choice but to sync up. That's just how basic entrainment works. It's neuroscience. Here's some interesting math that might blow your mind. Research shows that you need a square root of 1% of the population to create a global change in thinking. For 8 billion people, that's 90,000 minds synchronizing at the same time. But with this electromagnetic disruption on October 30th, we're looking at 2 billion people syncing up simultaneously. That's 22,000 times what we need for critical mass. The mathematics of consciousness says that this will create a global field effect. Your normal consciousness operates at about a 20 hertz normal bandwidth. That's your everyday beta brain waves. But when Earth's frequency explodes, your brain goes up to 100 hertz bandwidth or more. That means you'll access gamma waves at 40 hertz to 100 hertz, which is the frequency associated with higher consciousness, enlightenment, and even psychic abilities. This also means that 6.2 billion people, which is about 76% of humanity, will be affected by this electromagnetic shift. Of those, about 365 million people have natural electromagnetic sensitivities, and roughly 43 million people are predicted to achieve a genuine transcendent state during the peak hours. This is just math based on electromagnetic fields affecting human consciousness. The peak moment happens exactly at 11:44 a.m. Universal Time on October 30th, 2025. That's when the interstellar object 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to the sun. But the effects will build for several hours before and several hours after. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Universal Time. That will be a full 12 hours of peak electromagnetic disruption. So hold on to your soul and kiss your spirit goodbye. Open your third eye. It's time to fly high. You know you can do it. You just need to try.
Comets in the sky, green fire in the night, messages from heaven glowing with insight. We light the flame, we breathe it in, cannabis communion, let the journey begin. Feel the rhythm in your chest, let the smoke reveal the rest. We're not just flesh, we're light and sound. The universe is spirit bound. High above, we rise in love. 7 messengers from stars above. We inhale the truth, exhale the fear. The body moves, the soul draws near. From a galaxy unknown, it came to light our way. A comet not of this world, sent to help us pray. We dance with destiny, we sing with grace, preparing to meet our maker face to face. Venus whispers love, Saturn holds a scale, Mercury remembers, Neptune lifts the veil, Jupiter expands the truth they try to hide, the sky is judgment, and we cannot divide. High above, we rise in love. 7 messengers from stars above. We inhale the truth, exhale the fear. The body moves, the soul draws near. Comets in the sky, green fire in the night, messages from heaven glowing with insight. We light the flame, we breathe it in. Cannabis communion, let the journey begin. Smoke floats up, we're high tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. The party's on, it's 4:20 here. We pack a bong and fill with cheers. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. A circle of friends pass the bong, the bong, the bong, the smoky bong. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. The word is out, all over town, We got great ganja, and we pass it around. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Our circle of close friends enjoy the bong. They pass it around all year long. The bong, 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 the bong. The party's on, the spirit's up, We're high tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. We're simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. Simply having a smoke out with all my friends. A wonderful 20 time.
Well, looking at the clock, it tells me it is 4:19, and I'm going to be a happy camper in just a minute. Thank you for tuning in to the big broadcast today. Let me remind you that you can go to timeforhemp.news and download all of the music from the Illusions of Music at the website. It's all free to download. All of our audio podcasts are also free to download and share with your friends. We got blogs there that you might find of interest, video podcast as well. And it's a pretty good website. You might want to take a couple of minutes to poke around and see if there's some interesting history about cannabis that might strike your attention as well. You'll find my interviews with Willie Nelson and Dr. Tim Leary and Tommy Chung and Jack Hare and a whole bunch of hardworking activists there at the website. And their information is important, and that's why it is archived there for people to continue to find. And we certainly want to make sure that the history of this plant is never lost. This plant has been used for medicinal purposes for over 5,000 years. Spiritual leaders have derived oil from this plant to use as sacrament. Here in America in the 1600s, we were using it to make cloth and paper and food. In 1700s, George Washington grew it, and it's been used as medicine as far back as we can remember. And even our government during World War II set aside the ban on hemp and begged our farmers to grow hemp so we would have enough to use for rope and sails for our military needs. So even the people who outlawed it realized that it was a mistake to outlaw this wonderful plant. And that is why we have this archive up for your enjoyment, but also to keep the world informed about how important it is to take time for hemp.
Smoking herbs, smoking herbs, smoking herb rocks. Smoking herbs fun, just go ask anyone. Huffing and puffing up bushels of fun. Now that the smoke out has begun. Smoking herbs, smoking herbs, smoking herb rocks.
Getting real high, watching time fly by, inhaling and sailing and twisting up more
Until we start to soar. What a bright time to spark a light time and smoke the night away. Getting high time is always my time to pack a bowl and find friends to play. Fire up, pass the pipe, share with your friends. Smoke herb around the clock. I'm huffing and a puffing when every day ends, because smoking herb rocks. What a bright time to spark a light time and smoke the night away. Getting high time is always my time to pack a bowl and find friends to play.
Fire up, pass the pipe, share with your friends. Smoke up around the clock. I'm huffing and puffing when every day ends, because smoking herb rocks. Rocks.
Look at all that money, yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Well, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. And no need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rent. Well, it's time for hemp. Throughout Earth's history, hemp has been used, no mystery. Hemp was legal to pay your taxes for more than a century. Check your faxes. The founding fathers make sense to me. It's time to grow hemp legally. Think of all its uses. It's money that's well spent. Right now, no excuses. It's time for him. Sustainable green industry, that's our intent. better place this world will be. It's time for hemp. Fuel and food and clothes and soap, housing, cars, yeah, cars no joke. Henry Ford built a car out of hemp. It's time for us to do it again. People be employed with balanced farming as it's meant. Right now, it's time for hemp. Hemp is a true necessity for the wealth and protection of this country. Thomas Jefferson spoke those words. He knew the value of these herds. It's time to lift the hemp ban. It's time to make a strong stand. Yes, we can. I know we can. We can make a difference. Yes, we can. Just like birds of a feather, we can work together and lift the hemp ban. Yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for him. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation. Yeah, it's time for him.
You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Please share us with your friends.